Madison was extremely fortunate to be successful in an application we had made to the Bell Let's Talk Community Fund.
It's a program we developed in 2010. It was first for 5 years. It committed $50 million to it. It is now extended for another 5 years, and it's at $100 million.
Wow.
Part of that, there are 4 pillars in it, and part of that is talking about stigma and getting people and Canadians to talk about the issue and talk about mental health. Because as long as we talk about it, it's more accepting, or it is acceptable, and people don't have to suffer by themselves. The great thing I think about this program is we've done some polling, and I like this, is what we've found is in the past 5 years that about 81% of Canadians now say they're more aware of the mental health challenges and stigma surrounding it. And even better, about 72% of them talk about they view the issue in a more positive light. So that's what it's about. It's about getting Canadians talking about it, getting people who are actually suffering, where a few years ago they would have suffered in silence, get them to a point where they recognize that their community supports them, and that we as a community will be able to step up and help them get through these times. So I want to introduce my colleague Christine Wilson, and she can talk a little bit more.
I'm Simon. So the Community Fund, as Simon said, is our community care and access pillar as part of our Bell Let's Talk Mental Health Initiative. And it's about supporting community-based mental health organizations, big and small, across the country. And so in the past 6 years of the Community Fund, we've given out 344 grants across the country. Last year, in the 2016 cycle, we received 700 applications from across the country. The Madison project really stood out amongst the bunch of projects that were submitted because of the case management support and building capacity within your organization, and to know that in particular a case manager could be hired to support the influx of Syrian refugees was something that we couldn't say no to. And I think it's also important to say that we have an expert panel advisory committee made up of mental health experts from across the country who are community leaders, they are physicians, psychiatrists, case study managers, and we rely on their expertise to review our applications and to weigh in on them, to give us a score. So they really, I think it's important to say that these are not all decisions driven by Bell internally, that we rely on the experts within the mental health community to really guide us and advise us on which programs are truly going to have the best possible impact. And really exciting to also be obviously supporting this program in conjunction with so many other great community leaders here today, both from the government side as well as the banks. And so it's wonderful to be here. And without further ado, we want to present Jean and the team with this grant for $20,000.